All right. This is Nichel Anderson, my podcast show, Nichel Anderson, Short Stories and Beyond. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to get into this, my new song, everybody. I am so excited about that. I've been working hard on my album, so I'm very excited to be able to bring this to you so you can be able to kind of, get the feel of my creativity in my music that I'm bringing forth into what I'm doing with ancient Egypt. So I'm very excited about all of that. So this is going to be a good show. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So my new song is going to be released December the 27th is this year, which basically is next month right now. And the song title is Don't You Remember the Time? So if anybody has been following me, you know that I love ancient Egypt. I wrote a book about Egypt titled Mitsrayim, a memoir of a past life in ancient Egypt. And that's my memoir. I talk about falling in love. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about choices. It has adventure in there. It has history, definitely. And fast forward to now, my dream when I moved here to Atlanta, Georgia, is to turn that book into a feature film. And on that journey, I'm still on the journey to get that done. And so the music is another element I'm putting out there to raise funds to be able to get my dream. Because when I wrote the book, that's what I envisioned is to turn what I was seeing, memories of a past timeline, now in modern time. And when I wrote each page that you read, if you got my book or you're about to buy my book, I encourage you to do that though and leave a review. Please leave a review. It always seemed like a movie even though I never even thought about being a screenwriter or being like, I was just working at a job, what have you. And I just took the time to write down what these visions I was seeing because it was just continue to appear and always doing this particular song, Moments of Love. I never forget that experience and I wrote it in the book and fast forward here I am in Atlanta with my dream to turn that book into a film. It was never meant to be a play. If you read my or listen to my previous podcast, I explained that journey, how that direction happened to that. But that was never my vision, never my goal, because Mitzrayim, a memoir of a past life in ancient Egypt, is bigger than that. But sometimes the journey you run into different people that for you, but really not. And then you learn that later. So I took what I learned by doing independent film, like I did for Doc W.B. Du Bois, Dawn of a New Day. Do check that out. Proceeds of that do go towards the funding of my dream to turn my book into a film. And so I learned how to direct. So I took the time where I was, waiting for the fund my movie to learn the business, to learn the technique to direct, to take my writing that God has blessed me that I can write like flowing water of the Nile River and to encourage and motivate people and also entertain with a message. And that's what my book is about. That's what this song is about. It's about positive love during a time that I don't know, most people you run into when you say Egypt, they'll say, oh yeah, I remember or something to that nature. Like, is there something about it? Don't get me wrong. Mother Earth is a glorious creation of the universe. It has so many different beautiful places. Absolutely. It's just Egypt. Mitzrayim or Kemet, as people say. I call it Mitzrayim. And in this song, Don't You Remember, is remembering that love when you fall in love with someone. And for whatever reason, it just connects so well that you remember that love. So this is the song that talks about that I see you, you see me. That's a lyric that I wrote in my song. I wrote the lyrics, I arranged it. I did connect it to the collaborator that helped me with my other song, Atlanteans, to master it. And this is the song that's going to be released. It will be a part of my album, When Love Was Divine. It's connected to Egypt. It's connected to my MOLIAE short stories. I started this podcast now 8 years ago. I was moved to do that as I realized that it's going to take more time to get the funding to do the film. For some reason, I feel like someone want to ask, how much funding do you need? I never really said that, and I'm just feeling that someone is asking that. I need at least $500,000, to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That's the minimum to be able to do what I'm trying to do, to tell an ancient Egypt ancient Mitsrayim story. If you go back and listen to my podcast of how I'm doing on the podcast and telling these stories and describing it and the emotion and the music and everything is being tied together, you will understand what type of film I'm talking about. So that's the budget. That's the minimum, going up to $1 million. But to bring in the talent, to have the time that I'm not rushing. With independent film, you only have a short amount of time to get it done. With the film I'm doing, it's so many. If you've been following me, you know when I come with the storytelling, I come with it. You will receive the experience of a lifetime. If you listen to the songs that I have released, which but the Lord said, focus on the music. And I'm like, music to sing. I'm like, I'm working this out, like rap. And like, no, you're going to sing. And here I am singing this song. Come on now. Jesus will work it out. I released Kingship on one of my mentors, WBD Boy's birthday. Come on. Jesus will work it out. And look, here I am talking about my song. You know, don't you remember the times? Come on. This is it. Okay? All right. So let's talk more into the song. I had to get that out. But do follow the links. I've been working with talented artists. They are just, God sent me masters. Come on. You have to consider what I'm saying. If you buy this, it goes to the funding of my film. If you follow me here, it helps me to be able to pump up my profile so I can connect to those that want to create and want to be a part of my project. I'm calling it now the M Film Project. And this has been a long journey. I wrote Mitsrayim book over 20 years. That's my dream. Everyone has a dream. That's mine. And in it always give. And in this song, I had someone, just a snippet of it. He had me almost breaking in tears in the sense of how he described it. And I'll put that in the description of how he described this song. And this is going to be my 6th song coming out. It's going to be a part of my album, When Love is Divine. So this is giving you an opportunity to see what I've been working on, what I've been striving for. It's just the funding. And then I need the team, which I feel that God is going to bring me the people to say, this is it. He's going to bring me masters. And in this song, don't you remember the times? That was the master play of when you fall in love, everything connects. You just feel so connected. Person know you, you know the person. We can be able to build and create and love. Jesus is about love. Anything else ain't love. So when you hear this, when I say you remember the times, and I'm saying it in one ear into the next, I'm talking to your whole essence of who you are. Because I would love to have someone sing that to their boot, and the other part of sing it to them too, to let you know I remember, and they come back and communicate, and that's what the intention of God intended, the love that seals it together. And so in this song, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get into this. We're going to go and listen to some bits and pieces of it, and then I'm going to break it down what I felt about when I wrote it. All right, so we're going to go into, and I am releasing a remix. So when I say you check out my music, please support the M Film. Buy the remix. Buy the remix of my songs is a way that I'm constantly at the market, y'all. You know, like old school, right? Back in Egypt, in the sense of presenting the creativity of the product. And the product is right now the music. Of course, my podcast shows and my short stories. I have a membership now on MOLIAE.com, but my remix is where you cannot get this version anywhere except on my official website, MOLIAE.com/song. L/ the name of the song. And this one would be MOLIAE.com/ Don't You Remember Me. Don't you remember me? Don't you remember the times? But that will be in the description. When you purchase that, right now it's like $2.99. You get the full remix. That's me remixing my song. All my songs on my album have been mixed by me. I ain't never picked up music. I listened to music over the years. I know some artists that I really love and follow, back in the day. But I ain't never done music, and God spoke. Now it's the time for you to do. So it helped to put your project, your purpose out there in public, and you don't really say, "Nah, I ain't gonna." You do what God tell you to do. If God say to move, you move. And when every time I did that, look where I am. I have another podcast show, Surviving Your Journey to a Success. If you go through those episodes, I do talk about my journey to get here. And let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, Jesus. Today is considered Thanksgiving. Today, y'all don't know, 40 years. Today, I'm talking about music, my music. Come on. In the name of the Lord, He shall make it be. In the name of the Lord, y'all, He got me here this year talking about my 6th single song. They're going to be on my album. So the remix, I did it all by myself. I just had to learn it. And I just did it. And it just took off. And so on the Atlantis, I say of the remix. For some reason I said that, and then like, oh my gosh, everything is falling into place. Everything is falling into place. So you got to support the dream in a way. If you just found me, listen to this. This is your calling. This is a part of your journey. The M film is gigantic. It's huge. It's going to transform your reality and what it means. And this song gets into that. So the remix is only on my website. I want to take a listen to the actual song that's released publicly, that will be released. Right now it's only being on one radio station, and that's the Global Radio. I'm going to put that link in my description so you can click on it. And that's the only place right now at this time that you can listen to it. It will go global, worldwide. It'll be next month, December the 27th. So let's go ahead and take a listen. I'll turn up a bit. Don't you remember?
In the love that we share, equal and learn to be positive vibes that set us apart, not far, always within one thought. We grow and learn to be in the love that we share.
We'll keep
each other to remember. I see you, we see me. You, Mitsrayim, see me. Oh, who am I? Who am I? Here we are. A glory. In His name, I remember. No shame, no game, moment, but rain of happiness. Mitsrayim, blessings, all the wings of glory. I see you, victory about my key.
So that opening there kind of really, I wanted to kind of express when you meet someone and the first feeling you feel is like, oh, I remember you. Or like, I just can't, I don't really want to walk away. I want to walk towards you. I want to kind of, be all up in your teeth. In a respectful way, of course. I just want to be around you. It's like a magnet. So when those magnets are just so strong, it helps you to remember. Like, don't you remember? I know you. And another person like, I know you. And the conversation starts and it kind of moves on and more deeper into that connectivity, the similarity. It's like a puzzle to me. I just love this. You have similarities of the shape of a piece. It's just different, but then again, it's still the same because it has to come together to form a picture of this love that's vibrating on everything. It's that's what true love is. That's why so many people want it. Most of the ones that don't deserve it. That wants to come in and kind of break that up, whatever, of their misery. But love bounces along a high frequency of just being okay with yourself and sharing. It's a particular, and this I just felt when I wrote the lyrics. I wanted to say that I remember the moment of us sharing. So how it's mixed, you might not hear that straight lyrics line, but towards the end I just sharing, just forgiving it. That's what love is. And I always say in the way, when you feel, you shall receive. That's why doing anything other, don't make the person happy. True love is about coming together and you have a lunch together. You're cutting up their food or feeding them with your fork. They're doing the same. You got something around your mouth and they put your lifestyle. It's like a symmetry.
Don't you remember?
So don't you remember? Time can reflect today. It can reflect that.
Don't you remember?
Don't you remember the peace?
Don't you remember?
Come on now. That's what true love is. True love gives you mental peace. And don't get me wrong, every day can be a happy day, but it can be a day that you bounce back. Like, oh, I apologize if I said it to you the wrong way. I was just, in the middle of something, distracted. I don't know. I'm gonna fix it, you know? So that's what that is. So don't you remember, and here this is going to be a part of the remix. Again, you can only get this on my website, MOLIAE.com. For this song, it would be / don't you remember the times to actually get to this page quicker to just, add it to your card and check out. Or you can do the shop page on MOLIAE.com and to get all the other songs. But yeah. So this, I'm gonna let this play a little bit. Here comes the remix a bit. We really get into it as we get more into the song. The remix is about 10 minutes, y'all. So this is kind of a different way that I did my remix for this song. But the one before, the other one was on the radio. It's about 5 minutes 20. Yeah, 5 to 29 minutes. Right now we kind of in the start. Real king. How I got it. But I love it. The song overall feels where you feel comfortable, relaxed, being in love, understanding it, and you want that back. Particularly like when you've been in a relationship and it's just been not good, okay? It's been highly stressful, unbalanced, all of that. Don't you remember the times talking to where you actually got blessed? So that's why in the opening of my song I talk about blessings, the wings of blessings, the glory of blessings. That's God. Because without God, can't sustain. You got to be plugged in. Don't you remember? And that is hard. We all have a journey. It's hard to balance out all our emotions, the ups and downs, the energy. And then in this world, come on, man, for you to be married and hold on to that, take the feet, okay? For you to be dating and try to figure out this out and all this distraction. It's a mountain so high. A lot of people don't make it up. They give up. Come on. I didn't mean to rhyme, but there it is. Look at this. I think it's coming. It's getting there. And when I talk about the hope of this right there, hopes and positive vibes, I just want to talk about with love and with God in it. So I just mentioned my song, how I give glory. There.
I see you see
Don't
me.
you remember?
You see me. Hey, who am I? Who am I?
Don't you
Who
remember?
am I?
Don't you remember?
Love.
Don't you remember? Don't you remember?
True love always find a way.
Don't you remember?
We
Don't you remember?
grow and learn to be in the love that we share. God be the glory.
So
Creature.
the connectivity with spirituality, connect with ancient Egypt. Egypt was and still is a highly spiritual area on the planet. A lot of other beings and what so forth attracted to that area. Don't get me wrong, it's other places on the planet as well, but thinking about Egypt is one of those anchors. And so with the love I'm talking about is the spirituality, is the understanding that is free in this. Because without free, to me, you cannot procreate.
Remember?
And you have to be able to understand that, be willing to give that. That's what works in a relationship. When you know it's not all about you. It's not all about how you look and this and that. It's about what you're giving back into the space.
Don't you
And
remember?
you to be able to receive the love of happiness. It's not about what type of materialistic things you have. It's about sharing the vibration of your heart. That's what I'm saying in this song. Don't you remember those times where the giving of thee reinforced the love of what we shared? Come on, remix.
All the wings of glory, glory, oh, it's glory.
I remember the times we shared
With the wine, don't you remember? Into, immature, what's that? Don't you remember?
I remember the
Don't you remember?
I am that we share, that we share, that we share.
Don't you remember?
Don't you remember the times we shared, hey, 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 long ago. And here we are, here we are, here we are. I remember those moments. Mitsrayim, Mitsrayim, Mitsrayim. Who am I? Who am I? I see you, my king of my heart. Don't you remember the love
Nevertheless, this is my song. I love it. Don't you remember the times? Don't you remember when our hearts said, "Oh, I love you"? Don't you remember the times when we held hands? We could do it again. Let's go ahead and do this. And so it's one of my cover songs in the sense of When Love Was Divine. Do check out that song. But this is where I'm singing it to my boo. This is where I remember spiritually that I still love you all this time. And here we are. You
Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I love you. Love.
So with that, just to kind of wrap up, the song's going to release December the 27th. Do stream it, share it, and go buy it if you haven't already. It is available now. The remix. Go buy my other songs. Right now they're pricing at $2.99, and it's one of a kind. This one I'm creating my journey to me as of everything I've been through in my journey is once in a lifetime. You're not gonna find the type of creativity in the sense of how I'm putting this together. Everybody has their other creativity and to that, right? And to their journey and their purpose. My journey is connected with all these other talented artists. Come on. It's a way to show the testimony of God and the purpose of what God has set for me with those that tried to take it away, to destroy it 40 years ago. God said, hell no. And here I am. So be a part of the M Film. Do what I put out there, consider that. I have another brand with MOLIAE Beauty, with MOLIAE expand out into the beauty of kings and queens. It's MOLIAEbeauty.com. Go check the site out. Really go to the site when you're ready. I'm going to support. I got products. So, it's self-care, but it's for your skin as well. And it can help, and it'll help my dream to get my film into reality. I'm here in Atlanta for a reason now, y'all, almost 20 years. And I know that those that are here now on my timeline know that this is the call to help me. If you're all on the other side of the world and you're loving what this is and what this is, guess what? I've been doing this for free for this long. All I'm asking is support. Do I need to go viral? And that takes for me to get my film going on? Heck yeah. I need to do what I need to be real with y'all today. After the first time that I talked about a dollar amount, what I'm looking to do, I have my resume. God allowed me to have the funding to do the independent film. And I did that. I wrote the script of 2 prominent African American males in history. Did the film, a full feature independent film, Dawn of a New Day. I had to edit it. That's a whole nother story. I had to learn how to film edit. I got all the talent. So come on, those that know the word of God. Today is a particular day because today is where there were things to prevent it to happen. And I rose and here I am. Here, 40 years later. Come on. So this got to be something out the blue. I'm just seeing visions of ancient Egypt. It's me. Come on. All of this tells me that the film I'm trying to do is something that God has called. So now I'm calling with the mic. Where is it? Who are you? Where y'all at? Let's do this. So any support will help. If any questions, you can contact my team at MOLIAE.com. Thank you, y'all. I'm gonna let this play out a little bit. Do check out my songs, support my other songs, Atlantans, We Are Atlantans, When Love Was Divine, Kingship, my album, when it's gonna be released. The rest of the songs will be announced soon. Do check out my membership. You can do my membership where I release now these new short stories. I'm focusing on the queens. You can only get it on my website, MOLIAE.com, not here on Podbean. You can go there and find out more about it. When you become a membership, you get unique new stories with the characters, new characters of my whole MOLIAE world. I did NFTs, y'all. I did that. I invested what I could into my NFTs. It's MOLIAEworld.com. It's a whole different universe. I'm dealing with the pyramids. So guess what? Guess what? Y'all probably already know by now. I am of ancient Egypt.
Don't you remember?
That's me.
Don't you remember?
And I have been claiming it, and now I'm claiming it all in my music. Do consider support my dream to turn my book. Mitsrayim. Y'all know the rest. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to let this play out just for a second. And let it be. In the name of God.
Come back. Don't you remember?
Mitsrayim, I am. All glory, all glory, all glory. In His name, no shame, no gain, but reign of happiness.
Don't you remember?
Don't remember the times, the times, the times.
Don't you remember?
It rained. Don't you remember? Same of blessings.
Don't you remember?
All the weeks of His glory.
Don't you remember?
Victory abound this round forever.
Don't you remember?
Do you remember the time?
Don't you remember?
We shared. We shared. Don't you remember the time?
Don't you remember?
With you,